What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. On this Sunday, New York Knicks weekly recap. A lot of great things happened this week. Of course, the most important thing, Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson signing that extension. We'll talk about that. Also, the Summer League, as well as Mikal Bridges, right? So let's get right to the top of it, right? So, of course, Mikal Bridges deal solidified. We kind of made the moves that we were supposed to move to bring him over here. And, of course, then there was a talk about, Cat coming out here, of course, news that broke about a potential trade that the Knicks were interested in with Cat, right? I'm definitely going to touch on that. But the most important news is things that we kind of knew, right? It was kind of out there based on potentials of what could possibly happen with Jalen Brunson, right? So he signs a contract, 4 years, $156 million, leaving $113 million on the table, right? Because next year he could have signed the big deal, which was, of course, 4 years, $270 million. I think it was 269. We do math, so we round up, right? So it's pretty much going to wind up being about $270 million, right? That was the deal. Of course, like I said, $13 million being left on the table. So those were pretty much the talks, and everyone was saying, "Oh, that's crazy. I would never do that." Big Taz, what's going on? I appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. So you have these talks, and people are just saying, "Oh, Brunson's insane. I would have never did that. I would have never left all the money on the table." People are just, he's a hero for this. Just a whole bunch of things out there about that deal. Does anybody think, like, let's just break it down, right? Does anybody think that for 1 second, because it was out there that he's doing the Knicks a favor, right? Do we ever think that maybe Thomas Banks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live today on this Sunday evening, excuse me. Does anybody stop to think that maybe there's a possibility that this guy is saying, "Look, man, I don't want to get injured, man. What if I get injured? What if what happened to Isaiah Thomas with the Celtics happens to me?" Right? Does anybody think that that's a possibility, that this guy is saying, "Listen, I don't know what's going to happen this season. I don't. I got money right here on the table. It's a great deal. Why not I take it? It's right here in front of my face." Most people, and when I mean most people, I mean probably 80% of people, if they see $156 million right in front of them, and then you tell them, "Listen, man, look, but check it out. You can wait 8 months and get another $113 million, right? But if something maybe does happen during that 8 months, there is a potential, most likely not, but there is a potential that same deal might not be there. It probably will be, though. I mean, most likely, but, right? Let's just be honest. Let's just kind of put some things out there to kind of think about it. Let's get some perspective here. Most people are going to say, "Nah, I'm taking that 156 right now. I need that right now. I need that." That's what most people are going to say. They're not going to walk from that. You're going to take that 156 and keep it pushing. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to wait and just sit around and say, "Yo," because anything could happen in the year. Anything. Now, yes, granted, I know most players, they'll wait and all this other stuff, but listen, man, anything can happen. Anything. And then the other dynamic is this too, right? Because when I get into the contract, I'm going to break it down really quick. But the other dynamic is this too. And I've said this to you guys before. We've talked about money before. We've said about how a lot of these guys think. It depends on your lifestyle, man. It really, really does. Now, it's going to sound kind of crazy when I say this, but listen, when you're making 156 million and you're getting 269 million, 270 million, your lifestyle doesn't really change. I'm going to say it again. Your lifestyle doesn't really change. Yes, it's a bump in more. You got more money. But is the Bugatti a different price? No, just because you get that extra 113 million doesn't mean the Bugatti goes up like was more expensive now. It's the same thing. Now, yeah, you could buy more Bugattis, but who does that? Does the $20 million a year mansion, does that price change? No, it's the same. It's the same price. So he already has his house. So is he going to say, yo, I'm going to level up and get the newest house that costs $300 million? No, these guys don't do that. Some of them guys do. Yeah, most of these guys don't. But so once again, it depends on the guy. So the best example I can give you is when I told this story. I heard LeBron James say it. He said, I know it sounds crazy, but if I'm making 110 million here with the Heat, and if I go someplace else and I, for like 180 million or 190 million, like it doesn't, my lifestyle doesn't change. It's the same. I could do the same stuff. I could buy the same things. I could do the same things. Period. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick breakdown, right? So with his contract right now, right, 156 million, 25-26 that year, he's gonna be making $34 million. $34 million. If he would have waited and signed the deal next year, he would have been getting $46 million. Once again, it's perspective, right? So that's basically $12 million more. But if you say to yourself, I want the bread now, like I don't want to wait. I want to snatch up on this cake right now. You're going to do that. You're gonna snatch up on the cake right now. You're not gonna sit there. You're not gonna say, "Yo, you know what?" Because I know it's an extra 12, but I want the money right now. So the $34 million, your lifestyle still the same with the 46. Yeah, it's more, but your lifestyle is the same. Now I don't know Brunson. I don't know him personally, but he seems like a pretty modest guy. I don't think he's gonna go out there and buy 10 Lamborghinis. I just don't see him doing that. Does he have a luxury car? Probably so. I mean, I don't know. But I don't see him going out there and saying, yo, because I have 270, now I'm going to go berserk and buy 5 helicopters and get Gucci print in them. And you know what I'm saying? Wear Gucci everything for. I don't see that. So I'm just putting these things into perspective for you guys about how possibly he's probably thinking. Right? Then next year after that deal, right? 26-27. He's getting $37 million. And then if he would have got the other deal, he would have got $50 million. Right? So once again, I'm trying to give you guys similar lifestyles of certain people, man. The lifestyle doesn't change, man. You could buy the same stuff. You could do the same thing. You really can. A cat that's got $37 million, which is almost $40 million in his pocket, he can move and shake the same way as the guy with 50. Now, most people are like, nah. Yo, I want that 50 though. Agreed. But some people are gonna say, nah, I'm gonna take the 40, man. I'm not even gonna risk a possibility of losing that. I'm just not. So I'm gonna take the money right here in front of me. AP, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. First time seeing you, man, coming through rocking with my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man, on this Sunday evening. So for me, that's how I look at it when it comes to breaking down this money, man. Like when you do it, and I'm from uptown, man. So we don't really like counting dudes' money, man. We too busy worried about what's in our pockets. You know what I mean? That's just how LV is. I don't know, but I gotta do it for the show. Oh, I already did, bro. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you already subscribed, sir. Appreciate that. So you understand what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person, man. It really all depends. And so I'm just kind of giving you a lifestyle. And LV didn't just say it. I even heard LeBron say it years ago when he signed with the Heat, and they was talking about the money difference, and you could have got more money here. He's like, yeah, man, but my lifestyle doesn't change. It doesn't. If I'm making 150 million and over there they want to give me 210 million, my lifestyle doesn't change. I'm still buying the same stuff. I'm still getting the same things. 1 + 1 is always 2. The money you got, once you start getting bread, once you start understanding this paper, then you realize, the things. Now, yeah, you could buy more stuff. But after you start getting that stuff, it's the same stuff, man. Once you get the car, it's the car. Once you get the Range Rover, it's the Rover, man. It ain't, come on. Once you get the Porsche, it's the Porsche. It doesn't change. So just sits in your garage and just collects dust. So you could flip it. You could flip it the same way you flipped it if you had the 50 million. You could flip it the same way. So I'm just saying, you got to understand how these guys are possibly thinking who are getting bread like this anyway. He's already paid. So what I'm saying is that the mindset that he probably has may be a lot different than what you guys are thinking. That's the one dynamic, right? The other dynamic he's probably thinking about is this. If I do this, it's not this I'm doing the Knicks a favor. Yo, man, I'm playing with my boys, right? I'm playing with my boys already. My whole crew is here from Villanova. We chilling out. If I take a little bit less, yo, that could possibly keep them around. Like, you know what I mean? The Knicks could use that money to keep them. Bridges is coming up for his contract. He could actually sign an extension on October 2nd. So he can actually do that. So he's thinking about all that stuff. Josh Hart just signed his deal. His deal kicks in next year. DiVincenzo, I think, is in the second year of his contract. Right? So his whole crew is here. So it's like, yo, I'm not going to break the bank so my boys don't get paid because I want my whole crew here. So once again, if you guys don't know how certain things are, that's thinking like a general. That's thinking like a boss. Because your thing is like, yo, if I eat, everybody eats. I can't be sitting here taking everything and eating everything, and my whole crew ain't eating. That can't happen. Because what's going to happen if you do that? This is deep stuff LV's going in on now. If you do that, then what happens? Your crew starts getting envious. Dudes start stabbing you in the back. You know why? Because they see your belly's full. They still, their ribs is touching. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live on this Sunday evening. You understand what I'm saying? So just think of the mindset of a general, of a boss. You're going to make sure your whole crew is right. They rocking. So if I'm going to eat, then boom, I can take less because then my whole crew can eat. Right? So that's how it is when you rocking and rolling like that, period. So then everybody can eat together. The whole family stays together. Everybody's happy. And then here's the ill thing with this, right? He signed a deal. He's gonna have an option his third year, going into his fourth, where he could sign 4 years because he hits that 10 years, which is a vet max. He could sign then, ready? Instead of that 270, now he can sign for 4 years, 323. Right? And then if he holds out that fourth year, he could sign then for 4 years, 414 million. So now you just doubled up. You flipped everything by saying, I'm going to take everything right now and wait a little bit longer. Because then I'm going to get the 323 quicker. Because if I do the deal next year, I'm going to have to wait longer. My boys ain't going to be able to eat. Then I'm stuck. I mean, this is easy, man. This ain't hard to figure out. But once again, it's based on who you are and how you see money, how you see your crew, and how you see a lot of different things. So it's based on mindset of people, man. That's all this is. Period. At Santana, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But once again, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew on this Sunday. So that's what's dope about this. And then you got to understand too, with this, it saves the Knicks $37.5 million as far as tax hits. You know what I mean? So this is a beautiful thing. This is why he's so loved, man. Because he thinks like a general. He don't think like a soldier. He thinks like a general, man. And so that's what he sees ahead of things. So he understands the importance of keeping everybody together, the whole crew. He understands the importance of that. And that's the beauty of it, of what it is that he has done, period. And so for me, seeing this and building on the future and what the future is, the Knicks are going to be locked in for a very long time. Very long time. So now, when you see him making his decision, believe it or not, it shifts things, right? It shifts, like, or shall I say pivot, whatever you want to use. So now everybody see how the boss is moving. Everybody else going to move the same way. Now, I don't know if that really applies to Randle, but the rest of his crew is. Trust and believe they are. Because they see what he's doing. They realize we want to build here together. And check it out, man. What's better? What's better than sitting someplace, establishing like a culture, a lifestyle, whatever, and it's your whole crew with you, man, that you done came up with. Your whole crew. All you guys coming up together, doing it together. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live today, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, rolling and rocking with LV Live on this beautiful Sunday, man. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. LV went swimming today, man. Went swimming, B. Enjoyed myself, man. You got to enjoy this summer. Before you know it's going to be over, man. And we're going to be back to shoveling snow. So everybody enjoyed it. Another kid from Coney, man. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. It's your first time coming through, rocking with the crew. Please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew on this Sunday evening, man. Truly appreciate it. So that's the beauty of this deal. The beauty of it. And for me, as a fan, I'm just really excited about the next 4 to 5 years with this team. Because now we're going to be in the hunt. Now, with all that being said, August 2nd comes up. And that's the time for Randle. Randle could sign then for 4 years, I believe. It's $181 million. August 2nd. Or, same thing as Brunson, he could wait and next year possibly go into free agency, or he could sign a deal with the Knicks. Believe it's 4 years, about 313, something like that. Right? So I'm worried, right? This feels, right, guys? I want everybody to pay attention to this. Doesn't this feel eerily similar to the IQ situation? Feels eerily similar, right? Because remember, it was the whole thing with IQ. We knew if he didn't take that deal that he was going to be gone. We all knew that with IQ. And remember, we was debating on this show if the Knicks were going to keep IQ and keep him for that playoff run and try to match what he wants, or we was going to let him go. And bang, bang, boom, December, they shipped him and RJ and got OG Anunoby. This feels like that. It does. It feels eerily similar to that. Based on the reports, everyone knows out there what people have been talking about. It's been all over the place. The Knicks front office, the Knicks brass, the top dogs up there, Leon, the whole crew, Worldwide West. What's his name? Brock Aller. You know what I mean? The capologist up there. Everybody loves Cat. They all love Cat. And I can see why. I can see why. I don't like Cat here. I like Randle better, but I can see why. And I'm going to break it down to you why I can see why with the Cat thing. You have Brunson at the top of the key, right? Then you bump either Josh Hart or DiVincenzo over to the 2. Bridges can play the 3. Or you can Bridges can play the 3. OG Anunoby could drop down to the 4. Cat could play the 5. Now you look like the Celtics. Now you got 5 out. You got 5 dudes that can knock down that trade ball. And now the whole lane and everything is open for Brunson to operate. Because trust and believe now going forward, we've known this already. We know this already. But this is Brunson's show. This is his team. I love Randle, but this is Brunson's team. So now they're going to do everything in their power to try to make it like to solidify that. So that's where I see why they would say Cat. I'm just breaking it down to you guys why I see why they say. Also, too, how they do it in OKC. Because remember, Chet plays the 5. So everything with them is opening up the lane. Why? So SGA can operate and do him. And then he can kick it out to 4 3-point shooters. Because now Lou Dort can knock it. He's starting to knock down. Because remember, Lou Dort is very similar to Josh Hart. He just doesn't rebound at the clip that Josh Hart does. But they're very similar, like the same player. So, Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live this Sunday evening. Happy summertime to everybody, man. So for me, so that's why I see exactly why the whole attraction with Cat. I see it. Because that's what they saw, what they could do. Because now, because listen, with Brunson being what he was this year, man, you got to understand, he was top 5 in MVP voting. He should have been All-NBA. But he was top 5 in MVP voting. What he did this year was sensational. One of the best seasons of any Knicks player, right? So now the Knicks brass is saying, yo, we got the guy. We got the 1A guy. Now we got to put guys around him. Because you open up that lane, let Brunson operate. Now you got shooters all around. Cat can knock it down from 3. Josh Hart can. OG can. Bridges can. And then you got 3 defenders where Brunson don't have to defend nobody. You got Josh Hart there. That's Josh Hart. That's a dog. You got Bridges that can defend all positions. OG Anunoby can defend 5 positions. Cat is decent, but but think about what I'm saying. That's why I see the attraction with Cat. Now, here's why I wouldn't do it. I said it on my show numerous times, and I'm going to say it again. Randle is the key, man. Randle is the key. Because what Randle gives us is he gives us, may sound kind of weird, but not weird, but he gives us an edge, man. He gives us that toughness on top of getting 25 and 10. He gives us that you're going to need in that Baja. And I think that Celtics way of playing, they won this year, but I don't know how long that really lasts. Like, you know what I mean? Like that 5 out and like OKC was good. But when you get to the playoffs, you gotta get some dogs in that Baja that can rebound, who can score down low. Because that's what the playoffs are. The jumper's not gonna be falling all the time. So you got to get some guys that can get down there and get their bucket, man, in that Baja. And if you don't got no guys down there that can get physical down there, like Randle can, you're going to have a hard time in the playoffs. Now, I think Randle has had like some bad luck these last couple of years with the ankle and with the shoulder. Because I think what Randle was doing in December and January, I said, yo, if he keeps this up, we're dangerous in the playoffs. Dangerous. And then he had the shoulder injury. But remember, Randle's coming off of All-NBA, 3 times an All-Star. His resume is stacking up right now. So it's easy to kind of dismiss him because of all the antics, right? We know how Randle can be. He can be super emotional. But what I love about Randle is his toughness, how he rebounds at a high clip, and what he gives us a different element. Meaning that when Brunson's at the top of the key, and let's say the shot's not falling, you could say, yo, we running through Randle. Randle getting that Baja. And you feed him all day, let him just abuse and play bully ball. And then the double's going to drop, and then he can kick out threes, and then we can get rolling. And I think that fits more of what we want to do. This is my opinion with Randle. So I think that's why I wouldn't be so quick to do the Cat move. Also, too, I think what's Cat making, man? Cat is making a crazy amount of money out there, man. I think this year, if I'm correct, anybody, if you have time, look it up for me, please, and let me LV now if I'm correct. I think this year coming up, I think Cat makes about $40-something million. I think he makes like 42 or 47, something crazy. Then I think the year after that, it's going to be 52. And I think the year after that, it's going to be $61 million. His contract is crazy. See, Jeremy says Cat will earn 50 minutes. See what I'm saying? See, he's making crazy money. So that's my issue with the whole with Randle thing and what that looks like. Like, I don't want to do that. I just don't. I think Randle, I think he's earned the right, man. Now, be clear, right? I understand this is not a business of feeling bad and saying, oh, you know, he did us a favor. Like, listen, man, this is a business, man. So, no emotions, no feelings attached, right? But in this instance, I think we got to really pay attention to what this guy was doing prior to Brunson and them crew getting here, right? He put the team on his back. So my thing is, the way we looked in January, I want to see that again. I want to see if that's a possibility. But if things start getting kind of crazy and you're realizing whatever the situation with Randle may be, I don't know, it's not working, I don't know, then we could look to possibly ship him, because that's especially if he didn't sign the extension. So that's my thing, right? But I do think that I would love to see what this team looks like fully healthy and with the addition of Bridges. That's just my opinion. I truly think that, you know, this is, we got to give it a shot and see, you know, and I feel like Cat and Randle are very similar players, but they're different. It feels like you're getting the same guy, but the one guy is a finesse player and the other guy's a power player. Do you understand? So you got to ask yourself, what do you want your team to look like? Do you want him to be a power player down there in that Baja, or do you want to finesse big? And I think with the whole Boston thing, it's kind of, and you got to give them credit. They won, right? They won, and, you know, the Porzingis thing changed everything for them, right? So I think that that's what they're looking at. But my thing is, even with Porzingis, I think the Knicks still take him about 6 or 7 games fully healthy. And I think Boston squeaks it out. But I would not be surprised with this Boston team, with this Knicks team, fully healthy, and we would have beat them in probably 7 games with Porzingis, with iHeart, with all that. That's just LV's opinion. You know what I mean? So October 2nd is big. October 2nd is big. Excuse me, October 2nd. August 2nd is big. Because we got to see what Randle does. If Randle doesn't sign, I think he's out of here. I don't think the Knicks keep him. I think they probably move him probably in the trade deadline. If he signs, he's locked in. And that Cat stuff is not probably going to happen. The only way I think Randle goes, and listen, I said it on my show, right? I did a show. And I said the only person I move Randle for is Giannis. And there were whispers out there, and people saying, listen, that's the move. Brian Windhurst said it. He said the Knicks are watching Giannis. They're paying attention to what he's doing out there. Because he's not happy. Because I'm telling you right now, it looks like Milwaukee looks like a dumpster fire, man. They're trying to move Brook Lopez. I don't know what they're going to do with Middleton. Dame Dollar's still going through his divorce. I don't know what that looks like. Does Giannis want to go over there and deal with that nonsense? Not saying he's coming. I'm just saying, to me, that's the only person I move Randle for. But this is the time. This is the time for Randle to pretty much put up a shut up now, man. So I'm just being that's how I see things. And kind of going back to with the whole Brunson thing really quick, you know, people are really shocked that he did this deal. And the reason why I'm not too shocked, I mentioned earlier about the money. I mentioned earlier about his friends. He's playing with his friends. But do you guys know anything? Anybody, give thumbs up. Do you guys know anything about loyalty, man? And friends and family and what that means to certain people? Excuse me. You got to understand how I said this on the show before. This stuff is deep rooted, man. Deep rooted. Tibbs has known that kid since he was a boy, man. A little kid running around 5, 6 years old. He's known that kid. He's known Brunson since he was that young, man. His dad was Leon Rose's first client, man. You can understand how many years ago this goes back, B. This ain't, we ain't talking about last week. You gotta understand, Rick Brunson was doing his thing at Temple, man. And Rick Brunson's a New York cat. Remember, he's from upstate New York, like up by Syracuse. So he's kind of like a local dude. He's not from like California, nothing like that. So he went to Temple and was getting busy out there with John Chaney. Anybody knows those teams were legit. With Eddie George and Aaron McKee, they was having wars with UMass and Marcus Camby and Lou Rowe. Yeah, I know my basketball, man. Y'all gotta pay attention. Rick Brunson was the point guard on those teams. John Calipari was coaching UMass. That's how far this goes back. This is deep stuff, man. UMass was legit back then. And so was Temple from the Atlantic 10 Conference in college basketball. Yeah. LV knows his stuff, man. So what I'm saying is, this stuff is deep. This stuff is deep rooted, man. So Leon, long time, man. And that's Jalen's godfather, man. Just think about how deep that goes, man. And his son is Jalen Brunson's agent. I mean, you can't get no deeper than that. Remember, Tibbs used to coach the dad because Tibbs was on the coaching staff back there with Van Gundy and the crew. This is deep rooted stuff, man. So these deals aren't just, oh, let me just do this just cause, or no, man. No. This is as they said in the hood, this is mob ties. Not talking illegal stuff, man. Legal stuff. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live on this Sunday evening, man. Happy summertime to all you guys, man. Enjoy your summer. Kids was out swimming, stuff like that, man. They tired right now. Kids is up there running around. It's crazy in LV's house right now, man. But it doesn't matter because I gotta come through and I gotta rock with y'all, man. So this is deep rooted, man. So you gotta understand why this deal probably was already done, man. This deal was probably already done. He's probably already talked to these guys about what the money looks like. You never know, man. You never know what deals might have been made, kind of like handshake agreements, man. Because once again, these are family ties. These guys are probably having conversations over dinner, man, over each other's house because someone knows the wife. The wife knows the sister. He's connected because of Godfather. He's been watching me since I was a kid. This is different, man. This is different type of conversations that these guys are having. And they're having real conversations too because they can talk straight to each other because they're basically family. This is deep stuff, man. This is really, really deep stuff. So I'm not surprised that he did this deal. I'm not surprised. Most importantly, what the guy said, I heard him say this a long time too. A long time ago. I forget when he said it, man. I'm trying to get my time frame right. But I remember he said it. And they asked him, he said, yo, man, I want to win, man. I want to win. That's it. When you got to do it like that, that's locked in like that, it makes us a dangerous team, man. Because he's not driven by money. He's not driven by jewels. He's not driven by the fastest cars, the biggest house, having all the chicks. He's not driven by that, man. He's driven by winning and winning here in this city. That's what he's driven by. And that's a dangerous combination because now that guy understands what it takes. And when you have that guy leading the ship, or shall I say being the general of the ship, everyone's going to follow. And I think that's going to happen, man. I think that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to follow suit. Everybody. Because he's leading the ship. He's leading the charge. Period. Killer Dogs, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight on this Sunday weekly Knicks recap. Once again, man, I hope everybody's enjoying this summer, man. Enjoy the summer, man. Go out there. It's hot. It's beautiful. Hit the beach. Hit the pools. Whatever, man. Take your lady out to the rooftop in the city. You know what I mean? I'm about to do that before the summer's over. I go to the rooftop. Couple of spots, LV knows, man. You guys got to go, man. Take your lady, man. It's nice. All right, so now we're going to shift gears, man. The summer league game was legit. Legit. Tyler Kolek is the goods. He's the goods. We have our backup point guard. Don't even worry about it. Let's not look for Tyus Jones. All these people we were talking about, forget about it. We got our backup point guard. Our boy is cold-blooded, man. Cold. And he could run the show. We got our backup for the second unit. Deuce can shift over to the 2. You let that kid run the show. Beautiful. He went 7 assists, 7 points, 7 boards, and looked like a floor general out there. He looked extremely, extremely, extremely good, man. No worries at all from him. I'm extremely excited about what he's going to do in this offense. I think he's going to do big things. I think he's going to play a lot this year. I think he's going to play a lot. I don't think he's going to be. Nah, he's going to play a lot. He's going to get anywhere between I wouldn't be surprised if he gets anywhere between 12 to 20 minutes a night. Atlantic Lion, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Killer Dogs and 7 assists was, Killer Dogs, man. He was dropping dimes, man. But you know what it is, too? I'm going to tell you what it is. Remember, too, guys, he's not young. He's 23 years old. So that plays a part, too. Keith Watkins, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight on this Sunday Knicks show. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight, man. Greetings from ATL. Yeah, it's beautiful in ATL, man. I got family out there, man. I love ATL, man. You know why I go out there, Keith, man? I take the kids that I love the aquarium out there, man. The aquarium is official. That aquarium is legit. The inside joint is hard. They got the dolphin show. Yeah, man. Now, we ain't going to talk about all the other spots. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep it G-rated up in here. But yeah, ATL's cool, man. My man said been there several times. Yeah, man. That joint is official, man. I love it in there. Tyler Kolek is the goods, man. We found the guy now. We found the guy. And I think also, too, the beautiful part about him is that he plays controlled, man. Not once did I see him rushed. Not once did I see him like he didn't know what he was doing. And that's big coming from a guy adjusting to the league, or summer league, shall I say, from college. Most guys are playing like sped up and stuff like that. He didn't seem that way at all. Chief NYK, man, or Chef NYK, excuse me. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man. My first time seeing you coming through rocking with me and my crew. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, man. Oh, yo, listen, guys. Also, too, man, LV's almost at 1,300, man. 1,300, man. That's all because of y'all. That's all because of y'all. So I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man. I'm almost at 1,300. The goal is to get to 1,500 and, of course, 2K. But that's all because of y'all, man. So I appreciate you coming to rocking with LV. You know, I get this out the mud, man. Everybody else got all the nice stuff. I get it. I get it out the mud, B. So I appreciate everybody coming through, man, and showing love. When I say it's truly appreciated, I truly, truly mean it, man. So I love what I saw from Tyler Kolek. I love what I saw from him. So the beauty of that is that he seems settled in who he is as a point guard. He knows what he could do. That three ball is money. That three ball is money. He's going to be, yo, he's like, I don't want nobody to compare him to, what's the kid from Indiana? McConnell? Don't compare him. He's better than him. Because McConnell can't shoot. He can shoot. He can knock down that three. You leave him open, he's knocking that down. Bang, bang. So, I mean, I do think his defense needs to work on that, but they'll work on that, man. He's playing the second unit. So, who's he going to be playing against, really, that's going to be cooking him? Then they got Deuce out there. So, you got Deuce, you're going to have Josh Hart, and you're going to have DiVincenzo. So, they're going to hide him. So, that's what I'm saying. So, I can see, listen, man, I can see him playing a lot this year. Now, I'm not saying every game he's playing 20 minutes, but I can see he's probably getting, I'm going to say it's between 10 and 20 minutes, man, a night. Some nights he's going to have 10, some minutes he's going to have 12. But the reason why I say that is because he's a ball handler for that second unit. Now, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live on this Sunday night. Hey, Juan Miguel, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. It's your first time coming through rocking with me and my crew. Please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew on this Sunday night, man. So I think that's where they can hide him at. Right? So that's just my opinion about the whole Kolek thing. But I think he's going to play, man. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play a lot too. I don't think because we need ball handling on that unit. That's where and Deuce can't do what he does. That kid came in. What I saw in that game, I said Deuce can't do that because the kid is controlled, and that you could see the confidence is on 20. He knows what he could do. He did not seem rushed at all. And when you run at the top of the key at the point, that's what you got to do. Duranius Prime. Sorry, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, man. Having a lot of new guys coming tonight. Appreciate you, sir. Please subscribe to the channel, man. So that's what I like about him. Now, once again, right? You know, let's be clear. LV's not sitting here saying he's going to be blowing the door, but I do think he's going to play. I do think that. Is he going to get more minutes than Deuce? No, he's not going to get more minutes than Deuce. So let's relax on that. But I do think he's going to get some time. Now, Dadiet, listen, I see the upside. He's very young. He's still raw. But yo, man, he's a lot bigger than what I thought. Pause. He's huge, man. I didn't know he was that big. He's like the same size as Jacob Toppin, man. Outlaw 24, man. Salute, just subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you coming through and subscribing with me, man. And I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight, man. Truly, truly appreciate it. This is the best crew out here. Don't let nobody else tell you any different, Outlaw 24. This is the best crew, all right? But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight on this Sunday night. Dadiet, man. He listen, he's only 18 years old. You see how big he is, man? Pause. I'm from uptown, man. We got to be careful with certain things we say. But, yo, man, he looked huge on that wing. They said he's 6'8". He looks like he's 6'9", and he's going to be able to grow a little bit more into that. I wouldn't be surprised that kid winds up being about 6'10". He's still only 18 years old. He's probably not done growing. I was looking, and I thought that was Jacob Toppin at first. Because, you know, he's big. He's big like, you know, like Obi. Obi's about 6'9", 6'10". But he's huge, man. I still do think he's a project. I think that it's a lot of growth that he's going to need to do. I saw the upside, but he's young. You know what I mean? He's only 18. I'm glad that the Knicks brought him over, didn't send him back over. Let him go to the G League. Let him get his feet wet. Bring him along the same way they brought Deuce along, slowly. Let him go down there and come up to the roster, get some, get some bum minutes at the end of the game. Like slowly, gradually bring him on. But yo, man, I think, B, listen, he's huge, man. He looked I didn't know he was that big. Pause. Because, Jacob Toppin's about 6'10", 6'9". They like the same size. I think that kid's going to fill out. I think he's going to fill out to be about 6'10" when he's done. I don't think he's done growing at all. So, the Knicks can, put him in the G League and let him kind of continue to build and kind of, continue to work on his game because he's still got a lot to, get to. David Smith, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Man, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man, on this Sunday night, man. Now, Ariel Hakaporte, right? Hakaporte. Sorry, if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize. I don't mean to butcher it. I thought Ariel was okay. Kolek hit him with a couple of dump passes, But I think he needs to go to G League too. Like, I don't think he's ready yet. He did some things that was good, like, but I think, I think he needs a lot of work, kind of similar to Dadiet. Like, you see the upside with those guys. But, you realize that they still got a lot to do to grow, man. The game is not there yet. They're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Just Knicks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me, sir. So I think that both of those guys have a lot to grow into, right? But to me, who I think is ready now, I think Kolek is ready right now. I think he's ready right now. Right now. You give him a training camp with the team. Let him get the pace of the crew. Let him run with that second unit. And let's see how he does and develop him. Let him get a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there. Let him develop. Let him run with that first team in practice. You know what I mean? Let him go through the whole training camp with the first team. First team meaning, of course, the big boys, Brunson and the crew. Don't send him down there with G League and no. I wouldn't send him down in the G League. I let him stay right up there. I think he's ready now, man. I think he's ready now. He's the goods. And he's big, too. I think what he's about 6'3"? He's big, man. And he can shoot. But most importantly, man, he's a floor general, man. And that's what the Knicks needed for that second unit. We've needed a guy like that since we let go of IQ. I love Deuce, but Deuce ain't it. Deuce is more of a combo guard. He need a guy like that to give him the ball. Also, too, man, Jacob Toppin looked good, man. 19 points. I thought he looked good. He had a lot of good moments in there. Still think he still got a lot of work to do, but I like what I saw. Tim said he's 6'4", man. Kolek is 6'4". Oh, that's that's. Everybody, give thumbs up, man. If Tim's right, is Kolek 6'4"? Tim, if he's that big, man, that's legit. That's legit running the top of the key, man. Just Nick said 6'3". Yeah, I thought he was 6'3". Tim said he was 6'4". My son, my son Tim, HBO, he be on it. Okay, so all right, so when he went to the combine, without shoes, he was 6'1", with the shoes, he's 6'3". Because that's how they do it. They do it without shoes. Just Nick said, yeah, okay. Tim said they were saying 6'4". Yeah, I'm 6'3", man. So 6'4" is, if I'm standing next to a cat that's 6'4", you could tell he's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Just Nick said I was there. Yo, Just Nick, I was trying to get out there, man. I couldn't do it. I was trying to go. Next time I'm gonna be out there, B. I was trying to do it, man. Trying to move around things in the schedule, and you got you got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's summertime, man. You know how it goes. You got to plan ahead. But he's big, man. He's big at the top of the key. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that because he can see over guys. Most cats as point guards and at the top of the key, they're about 6'1", 6'2". When Brunson with shoes on is 6'2". You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying you can see over dudes. Most cats is 6'1", 6'2". So if you're 6'3", 6'4", you can see over them cats to run the offense. So that matters. So we got to see exactly how that looks and what that looks like. But I thought Jacob Toppin was good too, man. That last play, man, I don't know how you missed that layup, man. You're missing bunnies, man. But, but I think he's good. But I think he's another guy. I think he needs a lot of work. Right? I think he still needs to develop. I think he needs to go down there with Dadiet and Ariel, build some chemistry and continue to work their game like that. Still come up with the Knicks when they're not in the G League, play bum minutes. I think that's how they need to use them. So that's kind of like how we can, how we could do that. David Smith said Randle's eligible. Yeah, we spoke about that. Angela for 4 years, 180. I thought it was 181, 185. Or else Randle can get 5 years, 300 million. Yeah, we said that, David, earlier. Randle not worth it, right? Knicks were one game away for you. I don't know, man. See, David Smith said Randle's not worth that, man. I put it to you like this, David. I think Randle, we got to see what he does. We got to see what he does with this team, right? But I will say this, though. If he does not sign that extension or different number on August 2nd, because that's the date, this, like I said earlier, this sounds very eerily similar to IQ. I think if he's not cooking, you know what I mean, by the trade deadline, we're moving him. I think that we're moving him. You know what I mean? So that's what this feels like. If he doesn't sign that deal in August. Tim says we're not giving Randle $300 million. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. But here's the thing. But if he locks into this deal, Tim, for 181, then I could see him staying. You know what I'm saying? So, but if he don't sign this deal, I think they're moving off of him. I think it's the IQ situation all over again. Nick Yak, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. So that's the thing, right? So that's the thing with the Randle piece, man. You know what I mean? If he doesn't, listen, guys, just pay attention to August 2nd. Pay attention to that. Everybody keep a lookout. If he does not sign, they're moving him. Because they're not going to pay, guys, they're not going to pay him $300 million next year. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So that's why we got to pay attention to August 2nd. If he signs that deal, then okay. I think the Knicks keep him. You know what I mean? I think everyone's going to start taking pay cuts to be taking pay cuts to be here. I don't think the Knicks sign him next year $300 million. I don't think they do that, man. I really truly don't. Let me say this. I don't want to say definite because you never want to do that. I'm just saying, I just can't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see that happening. I think the Knicks will move off of that deal. Because remember, too, guys, also remember this, too. Next year, he's a free agent. If he doesn't sign that deal, next year, he's a free agent. So are the Knicks going to let him walk for nothing? That's why I'm saying this is the IQ situation all over again. So, I mean, we really got to pay attention to that. That's what this feels like. So we got to see, man, if that even kind of, what comes out of that on August 2nd. I like Randle, man. I believe what he can do. I spoke about it earlier about how I feel like he gives us an edge. He's the attitude. He's the bully on this team that we need. Right? You know what I mean? So it's hard to replace that. He's the attitude, right? He's the bully. Like, people know. Perfect example, right? You see how like I said on my last show. You see how Embiid yanked what's name's legs like that? And guys were kind of going back and forth. You see how Embiid hit Brunson with the forearm in his neck, and Brunson looked at him like, "Yo, what was that for?" Randle wouldn't allow that, man. He would have got in his face. He would have got in his face. He would have let him know, like, "Yo, that's not happening out here, B." It'd have been a lot of shoving out there. So he gives us the edge, the attitude, and Tibbs likes that. Remember, Tibbs is old school. He likes that. He likes having guys down there that are bullies. So, but we gotta pay attention to August 2nd. We really gotta do that. David says, man, hopefully Randle doesn't sign the extension and the Knicks can trade Randle August 3rd for Şengün. Yo, I like Şengün, man, but I don't know. Şengün feels like he's like a very similar player. He reminds me of Cat because he can hit the three, right? He can step out and hit the three. Şengün's nice. He's not a bum. But I don't. But yo, but listen. But yo, he's got to hit that glass, man. Jesus D, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. I haven't seen you in a while, sir. Hope all is well. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man, on this Sunday evening. OG took Randall's bread, yeah, man. They could pivot to Jalen Duren, yeah. Duren doesn't have the offensive game that Randle does. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't see the Knicks doing that. I just don't. Nick Yak, man, I appreciate you subscribing, man. Thank you, sir. Şengün, 21 years old. Yeah, he's young, man. 21 points, 9.3 boards, and 5 assists. Listen, I like his numbers. I do. But you got to understand, that's going to change, man. The Rockets were terrible. So he was the only thing popping out there next to Jalen Green, right? How does he look in this offense? That's how I'm looking with him. Because my thing is this. We know, let's book it. We know we can get the ball and put it to Randle in that Baja and say, get busy. He's proven that. He's a 2-time All-Star. 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. So Şengün is young, yes. And also, too, David Smith, can he handle this city, man? This is a different place, man. This is a different place. Houston is light years compared to New York. Can he handle what it's going to be? Because listen, Randle has dealt with his ups, his highs and lows here. But one thing you can say about Randle, he's available and he produces. So I'm not trying to say that Randle is untouchable. I'm not saying that. But what Randle does and what he gives, you got to get back better than that if you want to ship him. I don't know if Şengün is the answer. He's 21-9 boards. That's cool. Randle's 25-10, man. Randle's legit. He's no bum, and he's in the prime of his career right now. And he's shown and proved that he can handle New York. He's had his highs and lows, but he's gotten way better with that. I don't know if Sengun can do it. I know Cat can't. And I like Cat, but I know he'll fold up. SB, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight, man. So, you know what I mean? So that's the thing, man, about getting rid of Randle, man. My thing is this. What I saw in January, I was like, yo, the league is put on notice. Because if the Knicks look like this, the league is in trouble. Because Randle was killing. Because he had OG there. He looked dangerous. That's why he still made the All-Star team, even with his shoulder dislocated. So I'm not quick to move off of him like that, man. I'm just not. That's why I said, listen, go watch my other video. I said it. The only person we moving Randle for is Giannis. That's it. I'm not sending Randle for nobody else. I'm not. I like Cat. I broke down how I think Cat fits and why I see the attraction with him. But there's no way I think Cat is a better player than Randle. No. Not even close. And most importantly, guys, what everybody's got to look at. Everybody's got to look at who's going to fit in this culture, who's going to be able to deal with Tibbs, who's going to be able to deal with Brunson being a top dog, this city is like a melting pot. Listen, guys have come here. I've seen top dudes come in here and fold up, man. This city will chew you up and spit you out, man, if you ain't producing. Guys cannot handle that, man. They'll run from that. And you know who I seen run from that? Yeah, it's that guy over there in LA y'all calling the king. He had an opportunity to come here. He did. He ran to go play with his friends in Miami. Why he did a press conference in YMCA in White Plains, New York. I remember it. I was uptown in my apartment. Right now I got a house, but I was uptown in my apartment watching it. We're watching him while he was sitting there in the boys club or YMCA, whatever it was in White Plains. I thought he was coming to the Knicks. He said, nah, I'm going to South Beach. I knew it. I said, he's scared, man. He knew he couldn't handle it. He couldn't win in Cleveland. You think he could come here and he could rock and roll? He couldn't. He knew he couldn't deal with that pressure. This is different, man. That's why Brunson is who he is. This is a different place. So I know a lot of people throwing names out there. You got to ask yourself, can that guy come here, deal with Tibbs, deal with the culture of the Knicks right now, with the Nova 4, and can you deal with New York City, man? Because I'm telling you, you're playing on that court, it feels like you got hot lava on your back, man. That's how them high beams are. When them lights come down, it's like you center stage at the opera. That's how it is. Everybody's watching. I've said it before on my show thousands of times. You can go any place in this country, any place. Guys can play in Memphis. They can play in Houston. They can play in Cleveland. They can play in Indiana, wherever. On a Tuesday night in February, it's packed in the Garden like it's the finals of the NBA Finals and the pressure is on. That's how it is. You feel like it's just a regular game going against the Charlotte Hornets, not to the Knicks fans. No. It feels like you're in the finals. That's the type of pressure that was on. That's why it broke Randle until he tightened up when Brunson got here. This is a different place, man. This is different. So we got to look at all of that when we start talking about sitting guys for Randle and all this other stuff. Nelson, Iodele, I don't mean to butcher your name, man. I apologize, man. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight, man, on this Sunday night, man. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend, man. We got to get back to the grind tomorrow, man, but I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. All right, but listen, guys, but let me get up out of here. Listen, that's my show. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, all the new subscribers. Appreciate that, man. But it's your first time coming through, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, right, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments. All right. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.